play here. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they've had a long few days already as they were in London last week, back in the States and on the road this week.
And they had some travel troubles coming back from London, but since they came back with a win, they'll put up with those and continue to move forward.
Said I had some travel troubles. What the fuck? Who said that? Said I had travel troubles. About to smoke.
It's almost that season. I've been swarming up. Chilling back in the they gon' write books about me. They gon' write captions about me. Now that I think about it, it was a lot of capping about me. Fain to be a player, but shit ain't nothing capping about it. I don't even know what to say. Niggas start asking about it. Shit, I ain't here to start complaining or explaining. Oh, niggas know how to stay dry when it start raining. They said sooner or later they was gonna see me as competition. I don't even write, so I speak freely in my composition. Mama used to say that I should try to walk a straight line. I be talking with the homies every time we talk a straight line. Shit, I missed Joe. He got locked in for a straight down. He did that, he came back, and then that nigga caught a straight down. Some niggas never learn. Some niggas get a turn. Some niggas put out fires. Some niggas let it burn. Shit, I got a good lawyer. You gon' make sure I get a turn. Shit, the type of cars you drive. I better take the half a turn. Either you get rich with us, or you gon' watch your rich. We got farms in the chopper, jumping off choppers and shit. Shit, we still up in the field, so don't get popped with a blitz. And then you're got a little straight, so don't get knocked with the blick. Still here. Hey, Cowboy, you know you talk that fly talk, that's my talk. Stay on the sidewalk. If I get a rich girl, she a gunner. She tagging me in the place when I'm with her. No, I'm coming with that bag if they get 'em. I can't see it, I'm making like me. Can't never find another bitch like me. See, I heard these young niggas talking, but they be speaking out of turn. Better buzz them on fire, nigga, I can teach you how to burn. The car driver self so she can eat me when it turn. Put some ashes in the bag, I turn the CC to an urn. Count my buses, but I've been reaching my limit. Never know how fast you could die in these streets when you win it. I'll be trying to remember, but that shit was a blur. Niggas got full of AKs like that shit was a fur. I was still selling bricks when I took that pic with the sperm. Told me that fly, I told her, bitch, I concur. Tell me what you prefer. Yeah, we got foreigns outside. I told valet to put the top up cause it start pouring outside. We got cars about champagne, then we pour them on the ride. I'll be on shit with 3 decks, niggas see the shore in the tide. 5% 10, nigga can't see the shorty inside. Stupid, they let us in the gun, then we got that 40 inside. Street nigga, real nigga, jack dealer, money getter, yeah. Been around the way, trippin' on her. If I get a rich girl, she a gunner. He tagging me in the place when I'm with her. No, I'm coming with that bag if they get 'em. I can't see it, I'm making like me. Can't never find another bitch like me. Yeah, pop that thing with no top on the corner. I brought the drop out like my Connie the diploma. This that money shit, you can smell my aroma. Got these diamonds laying in the ring like Brona. You know what, all these chains around my neck cost like a buck shot. I hear them talk about the bag, but never touch nothing. You know it would have been sooner rules if it was something. Cutting them hammers, they all rise like when the judge coming. That's just a problem, come and get me. My young boy, an artist with the switchy silencer, so like he jogging in some switches.
Bombing in the Bentley, always keep this on the army. That's a Fendi, chubby with the Gucci army like I'm Biggie. The way I'm running to these bags, they can't match my stamina. To get my money out the bank, I gotta ask for a manager, and I never gave a fuck about a hair. I'm too busy styling on them, tearing up this paper.
Street nigga, real nigga, yeah, yeah, drug dealer, money getter, yeah, yeah. Been around the world, tripping on her. If I get a magic girl, she a gunner. Need that hear me in the purse when I'm with him. Know I'm coming with that bell if they get him. I can't see it, I'm making like me. Can't never find another bitch like me. I can guarantee they don't make them like me. She'll love a nigga in a basic white tee. Water on his neck with a pair of Nikes. We can make a movie like my name is Spike Lee.
Runway murderer. I'm a fashion killer. I'm a fashion killer. Smoking blunts while I'm dripped out of Lewis. Assessing with the specials like a kitchen. So do my whole work, you know the bitches that know us. They dripping in the switch, they make the bitches want to do us.
Who else? Papa and Luke Kid. Nothing in the violence and got me in the suit. Old man, big mother, Papa in the coop. I'm console, trying to get loose, man.
You know the kid is like a villain to these supermodels. I got the cannon just in case I got a supermodel. Playboy with his water like he was the bottle. Shit, top on the rock, so trying to get loose. You know the kid is like a villain to these supermodels. I got the cannon just in case I got a supermodel. Playboy with his water like he was the bottle. And I'm flavoring in my fragrance like a movie watching my man on the swim. So can't forget dinners and trying to make it virtual. With more than animals, so she selling off white. Got them grams all winner. He got it on the when they on the camera, I good side. I put you in a bottle like a cold
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. So
Talk about smoke, I gotta have it like it's hookah.
Ready to take over. And they are led out there by
Chicken,
their
you in here?
quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously
Still
2
getting my fight in.
interceptions, 1
I got a
touchdown
Super
pass.
Bowl to play tomorrow.
That's not going to
We
be good
blitzing this
enough.
nigga off the
Got to
fucking
get that
geek.
changed around.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Yeah, Richardson will throw to start out here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up?
Go ahead.
We'll soon find
Time
out.
you to turn up.
Upended at the 33
Even more.
following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's another one complete to Mitchell. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
A give right side.
Let's see my bullet.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The numbers for Gibbs from last week. You see the numbers last week for Davis. In the end, not enough to help get him the victory.
And as we look forward to this week, don't you just get the sense that he's going to get the ball a little bit more? I mean, that's just how it reads to me. I don't know how you're feeling about it.
Well, they talked about that with us this week. That's going to be a priority for them.
Give him the ball, let him do his thing.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
He didn't drop that ball.
It'll be second down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And that play went nowhere. Losing. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Let's go now.
Richardson shotgun on third down. Steps
Nope.
away.
Nope.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain.
That's 5.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt.
No.
Tucker's kick
Gosh,
is good.
should have been a fucking flag. What is he doing? Kidding
They were
me?
probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for
I don't
him
even
to
want to
begin
go in
things,
there.
huh?
I don't want
I
to
think he was
block
open
it.
for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him
Force
stretch it out
yourself
a
in
little
there.
bit, but he's
Any
gonna
other
feel
time I
great
can
now
do
when
it
he
in
put
there.
it through the pipes.
And I want this. That one I don't. Give me a block.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And pretty good field position here.
motherfucker.
He's out of bounds right at the 35. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator of the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
Is
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
This is what we got.
Off play action. Sanders. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this one is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be second down. You look at this Eagle defense. This crew against the pass issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Man.
Here's 2nd and 10. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, 1st down.
No diddy.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Up the middle, here's Walker. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for Walker last week, very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last
Block
week.
that motherfucker. Hit him.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That's now consecutive 5-yard
DK, you still
carries to
tired
pick
out
up
there
the
like a
first
bitch?
down. The Jaguars at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf.
What would they do, Chick?
Inside the 15-yard line.
Start doing it too.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running left is Walker.
Okay.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Supposed to get stiff.
Defensively, they strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Sticking with Walker.
Oh, he gets home. Come on.
And he takes it inside
Go
the
back.
10
You got to
to
get the
the
guy
8
in
before
front of
he's
me.
out of bounds. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the
And they
1-yard
blitz
pickup.
him.
Sets up 3rd and 6.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throw out wide to Walker.
Whoa.
And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Walker. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to take the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Jaguars are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
God, they were chicken.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now Richardson. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
It's certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
I don't know how this thing can hold on to the ball.
Here now, 2nd and 4. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. That's to the rookie first-round pick, Brian Thomas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 34-yard line. It's caught. Mitchell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Being chased out left.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him ran complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Richardson looking to throw. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Richardson off the play fake.
Yes, sir.
Down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Jaguars offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. And going right back to Walker. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Now 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, shit.
And this one incomplete.
Okay.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Sanders from the gun on 3rd down. He completes this to Walker. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
Oh.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals.
Get out of here.
In the end zone, and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Here's Richardson to throw. And Thomas has it. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Richardson looking to throw this. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now Richardson back to throw it. Had his hands on it, but dropped it.
Why do you keep doing that? Man, get out of here.
Making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Richardson yet again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the...
Wow.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Yeah, take a knee.
Sanders now to throw from his end zone. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down.
Can't take a knee. Damn it.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a run with Walker. And he'll
Go,
push
Ken.
forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They need two. Here's third down. Off the play fake. Sanders going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground.
This guy is keeping up with DK.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They're going to try and throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Looking to throw. Sanders repeated the last play, finding Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just one. They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
Got him, DK.
Got him, DK. And he's in for the touchdown.
Oh, shit.
On the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws,
Do it,
and
though,
with the
like he in
success that his
college.
team has had, I just continue to be more and
Just
more
spinning
impressed.
all over
Let's
the place.
both do the analysis.
He left. Watch him. Bang.
Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime.
Oh, no. Drop this to hell again. Wait. Okay. See. Oh,
Ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Jaguars offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Trying the left side with Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
That is caught. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even... on a play that began back at the 30.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. On the give, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's Lucas Van Ness there to drop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Sanders from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To the right side, this is Walker. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Sanders setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now it's Richardson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Yo, this guy keeps getting beat, bro. He does. Watch. Why are you stopping? Why? Why are you stopping?
Getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Richardson. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
These guys will not let this line play get off.
Here's Sanders. Off the play fake. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Great coverage there holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Richardson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Powers through him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Read option. This is Gibbs. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for first down. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
Here we go. Shaq. Reload. Reload. Ready, go.
Looking to throw. Richardson. And he'll go down at the 28. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Eagles on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And bulldozing his way through. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. Gibbs. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. They'll try to run with Gibbs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
And now down 3 scores. I don't think there's any decision at all. You've got to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get an opportunity. Field goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Let's go.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high because mentally you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in, you got to get it ASAP.
These guys are mean.
Stop them, use your timeouts.
Man.
Easier to
All
move
of
the
a
ball
sudden,
offense without timeouts.
I don't know how this
Stop
happened.
them on defense without using them.
Every
Well, I guess
play,
sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Back up, nigga. And back up.
Again, it's Walker.
Oh.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And his big night continues on that last run. The yardage there going to move him over 100 yards now for the ball game. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
Oh,
and this throw will be intercepted. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the
yeah,
year he's having,
nobody's.
a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part,
no,
what they've seen,
no reason
it's
for
been
him to
pretty
intercept that
sensational.
ball. DK 10 feet tall.
From the shotgun, Richardson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Isaiah Simmons in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now Richardson. Here's Johnson with a reception. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
70 Lions. Let's go now.
Back to throw now on first down. Richardson hit and he fumbles it. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, hey.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Eagles. Adnan Mitchell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it 24-13. A drive that time of 6 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 19 Lions. Let's stay 19.
Back to throw. Sanders. And this is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Operating from the gun, Sanders. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
I can hear it right now that most people in our business are saying, why aren't they running the football? But I happen to agree with this strategy. They've had success all game long. I don't think they should go away from it. Too often, teams go into that protect.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DK Metcalf, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Jaguars have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
You can't make
And he'll be
these
taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So it's the Jaguars who come away with a win, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive.